Our amazing Safety Changes Everything outreach team is coming to you from the unceded coastal territories of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh Nations. Battered Women's Support Services decided to take direct action in regards to the increased levels of gender-based violence that's been happening in our community throughout the COVID-19. It's not to say that sexualized violence and gender-based violence was not in existence prior to COVID, but it's definitely come to a new level of visibility in the community. And there's a lack of response currently in existence to that sexualized violence and gender violence that women and girls in our community are experiencing.
People are on the streets, men and women especially are very much vulnerable.
There's a lot of people that are scared to make the call or scared to even come into an environment or even to talk to anybody. So I think if we meet them where they're at, it might make them more comfortable to come and get the help for it and get the support.
With COVID, especially people being more isolated, really elevated the need to push to be more accessible. I think it makes the support that's available more visible.
We've had a lot of community members let us know that they don't see much of a female presence out on the street, women identifying people who are doing outreach. And unfortunately, these gender barriers, the patriarchy that exists in society, it really is something that stops people from accessing services.
I'm thinking, even though I'm scared, I should go out there and make a change in somebody's life, like how other people have made changes in my life. And I thought this was like a great way to give back.
Part of why I wanted to take to the streets is because, I have the privilege of sitting in an office answering a crisis line 24 hours a day, and the best way that I could figure out how to engage with our community is to actually get out there, to be visible, and to show my community, our community, that we care.
Well, I think it's a great thing because it just goes to show people are quite open to find out what you're doing and open to find out what services are out there. So it's great getting to know people in the community, getting to know hopefully names and who's out there and what we do and building that connection.
I guess it's like a little bit of like sisterhood, like knowing that we're all there for each other. And even though we're in different places, we can still walk together.
If we don't have our basic needs met, safety being one of them, you really can't move forward in life because you're always looking behind you, worrying about what's going to come up next.
I find a lot of the time people are really happy when you recognize them over and over again in the community. It's nice for people to see a familiar face, someone that remembers their story, remembers what you talked about yesterday, remembered about, the struggles and the challenges that you were explaining to them the last time you saw them, someone that wants to follow up with you. It really makes people feel heard, and as an outreach worker, I genuinely enjoy making those connections with folks. It's really important, and it really, sets the precedence for the work that we're doing in the community.
There's safety in community, and that's embedded in our name.
Our women and girls, they matter. Their lives matter to me. Their visibility matters to me. And being able to respond in the moment matters.